Welcome back. This is episode 9 of a 10-part series where we go in-depth about the internal workings of compensation social and discuss some related computer science concepts along the way. Today we're going to be going over the lore of compensation social. Although this isn't really very applicable to the game itself, it's fun to think about and helps inspire our art style. Originally, compensation social had no lore. It was just a simple game on a flat piece of terrain. However, one of our founders lives in Germany, so through a strange turn of events, the joke came around that he lived in a submarine off the coast of Africa. Strange, I know. From there, the lore evolved in a lot of weird ways. The story morphed from the founder living on a submarine to living on an underwater research station called Post-Vigor. This is where Vigor XR, our temporary name, came from. Post-Vigor, or otherwise known as the Post-Vigor Underwater Research Initiative, is a massive underwater complex used for marine biological research and other high-pressure studies. It is situated off the eastern coast of Africa, in close proximity to the Mariana Trench. Originally, the game contained assets for the multitude of tunnels and domes connecting Post-Vigor, along with bulkheads and many other things. However, we ran into performance issues with that, so it needed to be scrapped. One of our plans for a CVRO was to have the post slowly flood and you needed to escape in time, however it never really made the schedule. We also had plans for many diving missions, where you would go outside the post and perform a variety of tasks, such as repairing the base, upgrading random modules, charting maps nearby, or collecting samples of marine flora. However, again due to time constraints, those were scrapped. They may, however, make a return someday. CVR Island is one of a collection of locations set in the so-called Post-Vigor surface station. One of these locations is a refurbished oil rig purchased by the fictional Leviathan Corporation, or LC for short, which owns Post-Vigor. This oil rig and the associated commercial diving and drilling equipment is how individuals make their way down to Post-Vigor. The island, however, is a landmass again owned by LC, where Post-Vigor researchers can go after decompressing as a vacation time, hence the cabins. It also contains emergency medical equipment and a decompression chamber in lore, however you do not see this apparatus in-game. Airsoft Wetwork is a decommissioned small freighter bought by LC for research and transportation purposes. In Airsoft, you see it used as a sporting area due to the large flat deck and abundance of cover. A little fun fact, the Airsoft Wetwork railings are actually the right height to be OSHA compliant. Airsoft Quarry is a quarry purchased by LC primarily for recreational use, although at times it is allowed to flood due to being below sea level, and it is used for dive training for new researchers. The lore of compensation extends far beyond what I have described. This is only the tip of the figurative iceberg. If you want to learn more, join our Discord at the link in the description or ask us questions in the comments. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for the 10th and final episode of this series, where we'll go into the mistakes we made while making compensation and what we would have done differently overall. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.